Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Mosballin, and today we got probably the biggest part of this series. This is gonna be an insane episode. I don't know how we gonna really get it down, if it's gonna work, but the plan is we're about to make 1,000,000 MT, right? I have 330k right now. Yesterday, a no money spent video, right? We were opening our deluxe Dukes of Dunk packs. I didn't pull anything, and I ended up spending more packs, or money I should say, on base packs. It didn't work out well. I spent 50,000 MT. I went from 350 to 300. We know I've done this multiple times already. I've literally spent a lot of money on bases. Really doesn't work out, not the move. So now I'm talking, we're gonna make real money this episode. We're gonna make real money. I'm gonna show you guys how I do it, what's the vibes. Now I did go ahead and hit AME tier. You guys saw that in the last no money spent. Once we hit AME tier, we got every bronze, every silver, every gold badge. And then my man Jay was like, yo, if that was me, I would have blah blah blah, you feel me? He said he would have cashed out, basically. That's what he said. Now me personally, I know that's the move, and I said it, it's just too much work for me. Now what I noticed is I'm gonna get every bronze, silver, and gold badge again whenever I hit diamond. I'm gonna do it again when I hit pink diamond. And then once we do hit whatever the opal thingy-majig, we're gonna get every Hall of Fame badge. So that's just something we have to put out there. Like, we just have to realize this. We'll get every takeover pack in here. That's crazy. Some things to look forward to. And basically we're gonna keep getting plus 10 auction slots. So we're already at a really high auction slot rate. We're at 60. And I want to show you guys what I've been doing, man. I've definitely been working a little bit. There's some stuff I've been throwing up here and there. It doesn't take me too long. I've just been chucking them up. I don't guess we could scroll through low key. I put up some badges. I started chucking up these injury cards just to test something. I was just testing the vibes if people buy them. It was just more of a test. I put up this other exposure. I think I got undercut really fast, so that's the reason he didn't sell. There was none of this guy up. Sometimes if there's nothing up, you chuck up, you feel me, you chuck up. And you guys are about to see how much money we actually made right now, what I've been selling and whatnot. So I guess this bottom corner will work out better for this scenario, but you'll see a couple players here and there, and then you'll see badges. So we'll talk about it as we go, more or less. Let's start redeeming. We're starting at 330. There's obviously a tax. Posterizers sold. I'm gonna show you guys how many badges I still have, where I've been getting my badges besides where I showed you guys, and how I check prices. What do I do? Do I sell everything? When do I sell? What don't I sell? Stuff like that. But we're starting to see some stuff selling for more. You see something coming up that sold for a lot, and I love that it says 50 plus pending. It shows you guys we've been working. But our first big sale, 10,000 on ball menace. Yes, this was like a bronze on ball menace. Now that is probably the most expensive badge right now. All on ball menaces, they're going for a lot. We're gonna talk about how to know which badges are good to sell, when, where, how to even buy badges and make a profit off them, and all of that. It's going to be very informative. Hopefully we're going to really work our way up. All these players I pretty much had pulled from like those base packs, and I was holding on to them. It makes sense to sell them in here instead of quick selling them. You'll make a little bit more money. Just putting it out there for you guys so you guys can remember that. Here are some more on-ball menaces. These were probably gold, and this is about to be our first lesson. So before I tell you guys some more, please make sure you smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, because I'm putting you on to things you probably have zero idea about, or things you might not think about all the time. So basically, if a badge that's gold is going for a lot, usually its bronze and silvers aren't as expensive. If its gold is really cheap, usually one of their bronze or silvers are a little expensive. That's most of the time, okay? That's just my first tip. That's not the main tip. That's not what we're getting at, but it's something to look forward to. Right now, On Ball Menace is by far the most expensive badge. Challengers are going for a lot. I was trying to snipe some dimers and making some profit off them, and I'll explain why in a second. We're coming up to something really weird that's sold in a bit. I'm also going to be telling you guys very soon what do I think the best badges, like when we have option packs and stuff, which to pick and why, where. We'll like kind of say which are the most expensive badges in each tier. Here we have a 95 Raptors floor selling for 5,000. This was a duplicate. Now these sell, if I quick sell them, they're like 100, 200 MT. And I'll be honest with you guys, I quick sell most of this stuff. Now, one thing I've noticed is people pay top dollar for historic stuff. So keep that in mind. You'd rather literally quick sell these gold players, these emerald players. The come up is not much. Here I noticed the Reggie Jackson, there was one up for like 6-7K, so I threw mine up for a little less. That way mine gets sold. I don't know why people are buying certain cards right now. There's no real collector level, but some people are trying to capitalize on little things. You see another immovable enforcer, another really big badge out there in these streets, 5.4K each. Two of those things just made us 10K. I bought these hook specialists. I'll show you when I bought them and how, but I made a little bit of profit off them, more than you guys think, and that is beautiful. I have definitely capitalized on the little stuff. We got another on-ball menace that just sold right here for 9.8. I guess I'll go through them fast and then I'll quick sell. Here is a cheaper on-ball menace, so this was probably a silver or something of that nature. These are gold dimers, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly. These, I've been throwing these up, so I don't remember, but these aren't all my badges, and I'm not even close to really selling them. Like, we're really far away. I've just been taking a look at which cards to sell, and we're starting to see our first unsold items. That's not good. It's not good when you see unsolds. We'll redeem all this and then we'll talk in a second. Now, when I redeem, I add back to my collection. I'm just putting it out there. That's what I would do. That's just how I operate. That way I can look through them through my collection, and we're pretty much done. This is it. This is the final stretch. Nothing else really sold here. I have to step up my game. That's all I gotta say. A lot of these badges I got for absolutely free, not just from hitting Ami. You're noticing that there's multiple of them up here. It's not just like the lowest tier here or the lowest tier there. And if you look at the bottom, there's a supersonics thing popping up. And like I said, historics go for a lot. That's something we're gonna discuss. That's something we want to capitalize on. The pending process sucks overall, but I love how we're already at 500K, more or less, right? Especially when we capitalize on those last two. Now, the best thing that they've done to the auction house, we'll talk about in a second, but let's go ahead into our collection real quick and look at our badges. So you can see I have so many badges of so many things. Literally just endless pages of badges. Still, I barely even made a dent in this. I did sell some of the most expensive ones, but I still have an idea of which ones are expensive. I still have a couple of more. Lightning launch, for example, are expensive. Now you'll see they're out of sort. They're not in order right now, and that sucks. But as soon as, like, for example, I'm gonna send one right now. It'll order your things for you, so it'll look a little bit better. I don't know why it glitches every time you go through it. Like, I would have to send something from here to organize it better. And we still have an on-ball menace. Now, the best thing they've ever added, they added this last year where you can find an auction house. This was always a like amazing feature. We love this being added. Right now, I'm not going to sell this for 5.2 is the cheapest, so I would have to sell mine for like 5,100, 5,000. I'll hold on to it, and I'll explain why in a second, but I'll hold on to it. Now, what I wanted to also mention, something brand new that I didn't know, and I really love it, is if you go into your auction house, this wasn't a feature last year at all, but I can search find an auction house here. So I don't even, or not last year, I guess we're talking about the year prior, right? We're talking about the year prior. It's been a long time since we had an auction house. I completely forgot how life works. But the fact that I could do that, so I don't have to write stuff down. I used to write everything down. I used to take pictures on my phone and then look through them. But now you don't even have to do any of that. Literally just from sitting in here, if I have cards in here just hanging around, I could just go like this, find, and it's nice and quick. It's not as hard as it used to be. It's so much simpler. Now, me personally, I always undercut unless the cards are really cheap. Then I decide not to undercut and I will hold on to it a little longer. Right now, the cheapest Jaylen Brown is this one for 1,000, so I would have to sell this for at least 950. It seems like I'm just putting it out there for certain cards. So personally, 950, I do the math really quick in my head. That means I would lose about 100 MT. It's 95, so I'd only make 850. Is that better than selling for 700? Yes, it is. Would he sell fast? Yes, probably. Should I sell him? Now, usually what I would do is, I told you guys this before, usually I wait off and see what challenges they drop in the daily. They've been doing where you need a player in a certain set, like a certain team, I should say. So when the Celtics drop, that's when I would sell my Celtics players. When this drops, that's when I sell those players. I usually make a little bit more bang for my buck. But now, since I am trying to make as much money as possible, I'm trying to clear this area for myself. That means 950 should do for now. I will lose a little bit more at the moment. Like, I won't make as much profit as I could possibly make, but it gives me an opportunity to put more stuff in here. Now we're gonna go into the biggest tips and tricks that I could give you guys, literally how I sold which badges when I thought about it. And basically, once we know what cards are dropping, we knew Dunktober, Dukes of Dunk, whatever they're called, were dropping. I literally went in here, I checked out my boy Victor Oladipo's stats, I went into his upgradable badges, and I scrolled down. What I learned from this is he's missing physical finisher gold, he's missing unpluckable silver and gold, and then I started writing a note for that stuff. I also took a note of what other stuff he was missing and what people might be adding. That's where I got Dimer from. That's where I thought of handles for days. Obviously, I don't think anyone's gonna add rebound chaser to the man, but like immovable enforcer, little things like that, strong handle, you're gonna notice those badges are things I should keep an eye out for when this card drops. That's how I'm looking at it from before the cards drop. I could get on like an hour before, maybe even the day before, because we usually find out what cards are dropping. And then, for example, we already knew this Diamond Victor Oladipo stats because he was in the hidden gems. So from the day before, I could have already plotted, I could have already bought some of the badges for way cheaper. I didn't do that personally, but I'm just saying. Now, people are going to do the same thing for Zions. They're going to try to throw up some badged ones. Do not wait till the cards are out. Literally just come in here, take a look, have an idea. And the best thing you could do is, if multiple cards are missing the same thing, you should definitely look into those. The hook specialist was for Zion. I got silvers for 300, 400. I think they were both 300. And I had some of my own. So what I did was I sold the two I had while the two that I bought were pending. So I basically swapped the two, if that makes sense. Basically, I bought two so I can make no more cheap ones on the block. Now there's no cheap ones. Now mine is going to be the cheapest, and I put it up for 700. I could have probably put it up for more, but I was perfectly fine with that. I made a little bit of profit. I made 300 per badge. It was only two of them that I had, but now I basically refunded my stuff. Deadeye is something he's missing. You're gonna look, maybe slippery off ball. I noticed that he doesn't have dimer, handles for days, little things like that. He doesn't have challenger, off ball pest, and I gotta mentally say he has 5 slots, for example. So what would people add? I won't go and buy ankle assassin, for example, or versatile visionary, because people aren't gonna add that to Zion. It doesn't make sense, right? Now a good thing is to know all the cards, the top cards that are dropping. So for Jay Rich, he might be missing the same badges Oladipo's missing. So that's something where I can literally just make bank guaranteed. I see he's missing gold glove, gold interceptor, and then he has silver and gold challenger and post lock, whatever. So those are things I'm looking at. That means the glove, only the gold one's going up. The interceptor, gold one's going up, because people might be wanting these for Jay Rich. I look at the other stuff. He's also missing dimer. I'm a person that loves dimer, so maybe people are looking into that. He's missing on ball menace, for example. And that's the way you gotta be ready, locked in, to know what badges are coming. And I know this kind of ruins it for myself, but I'm just trying to put you guys on. It's very, very important that we're all on the same page trying to capitalize. Like for right now, we didn't see any of those guys missing aerial wizard. So when I go ahead and search, I see it's not really going for a lot. I can sell them, but they're gonna sell for what, 700, 900? I have 8 of them. Yes, they'll make me money, but what if a player comes out and he has silver aerial? Now guess what? People are gonna want the gold one. They want to badge him out, and now I put up all 8 of mine for a decent price, and I make a lot more money. So do not rush trying to sell these. Definitely not something you want to do. I definitely don't look at that. I would definitely just check how many of everything I get. I'll show you guys some places you can get badges on the low or just in general for free. Like this dimer for 500, I'm just gonna buy that because I know dimer, when a certain player will drop, is gonna go up. There's no reason. We see 750s, 800, so I know I could already put it up for 700, and then after tax I'll make 130 MT, which is good enough for me. I'm just stacking up, I'm chilling, I'm vibing at the moment. I know which badges are starting to go for a lot by just figuring it out, by just going in here. I love being able to search like that. If I see a badge going for like 1,000 or something, I skip over it. Like as soon as I see 1,700, I'm done. I don't need to look at it anymore. I'll check its lower tier. I'll check the silver one, I'll check the bronze one, because if the gold is cheap, That means one of these should be a little bit more expensive, but then again, maybe no players are missing them and that's why they're cheap at the moment. I would only really sell badges if they're going for 3 to 5k, 10k, stuff around that range. The best time to sell badges is Fridays. I think Fridays are the best time to sell badges because the Friday drops are the most hyped up. Plus Saturday we got King of the Court, so Friday into Saturday people are badging out their cards to the best of their abilities, trying to get ready and trying to place. So do not really sell during the week. The only reason I've been selling is because I want to hit the 1 milli mark. Another reason I've been selling honestly is because I want to basically just figure out the auction house a little more, and this is really cheap. Are we watching this? 1450 for your boy. The next cheapest is 3000, so I just made some bank on that one. Easy money, easy money. And then this is what I was talking about. I can send this one to the place, for example, and I'll go ahead and sell that one right now, and then basically I have another one coming in by the time it pens. Obviously I hate the pending process, but that's just a little way that I go about it, so I can kind of skip over it, not worry about it too much. Just wanted to double check the cheapest. 29.50, that's what I'm putting it at. I usually put only 50 less. It's not good to always put up a bunch of different things at the same time, different prices, and it's just nice to start to learn the auction house. One thing we are learning very, very well and very fast is coaches. Ruby coaches are going for a lot right now. People are trying to lock in for the coaches, the Emmy ones, so definitely try to chuck up yours if you have. Emeralds are going for a good price right now. As more and more people start pulling cards, prices will go down. Okay, so just there's no reason to hold on to Eric Spoelstra, for example. The cheapest one up right now is 38k. I got undercut instantly, that's why mine never sold. I'm sure other ones did get sold. These are still chilling here as well. When mine comes back, I'll throw it up for 37. I should have probably put it down for a little less. Maybe someone would have bought it, but it's perfectly fine. You got other great options in coaches all around. You guys just gotta double check, see who's where, who's what. Like Mike Malone, for example, is going for a little bit of bread as well, the other Ruby, and these get locked in. That's the reason they're going for some more money. You feel me? Now there are some really cool camo balls that are going for some bread too, so you might find yourself that you have this stuff. The thing I was talking about are historic stuff, so I could literally go through all these historics literally and do not quick sell them. Just trust me on that. Just double check their prices first. So like this one, I can get at least 1,000 MT guaranteed. People like these jerseys, right? They're gonna like them because of what they stand for, who they go on, stuff of that nature. It's also just gonna come down to the time you sell stuff, right? Sometimes things are going for more, sometimes they're going for less. Like right now, I was just gonna double check this Raptors court. The cheapest one up is 8k. That's the one I sold because I had a duplicate of it. I sold it for what, 5 or something around that nature. Now the cheapest is 8. Earlier today I seen for 3. So it really just depends. Be patient. That's very, very important. Take your time with it. Have them kind of rolling at all times. That's something that really helps out, just having it. If I put it up for 5 or 6, it will sell instantly. Should I put it up for 7.5 to make some more profit since the cheapest is 8? That is also possible. I don't have to undercut too much. By the time this video is up anyway, that card will be worth way, way less, because other people will be doing the same thing, and that's perfectly fine. I'm cool with more people in the community putting stuff up. Another thing you could do are shoes. Right now are not the greatest thing in the world. They do quick sell for 300, but some colorways are going for a little bit more. So you just gotta check which ones are going for more. You will find them. You'll see some of them are going for 1,000, some a little bit more, especially if you have some of the more hype stuff. Remember, if a player is dropping, their shoes go up a little bit. Like for example, when Michael Jordan drops, his hype Jordans will be up. But that's more common for lower tier guys. For example, like if I was looking at, I'm trying to think of a player. Let me just go ahead and go into diamonds. But like, for example, we could go ahead and talk about like Steph Curry. When Steph drops, his shoes go up, right? It's just common sense. Adidas, if Dame drops, his Dames go up. Like it's just a part of the culture, just how things work. That's when you should be looking to sell certain cards of certain natures. It's best to sell, especially if you have a lot. Look how many pages of shoes I have. I have 9 pages. Well, the 9th one just started, of gold shoes. So I can't sell all of them. I have a lot that can't be sold, as you guys can see right now. So in that case, the ones that I can sell why not look into selling them so I can make a little bit more money, and I'm probably not going to use them, right? Because I have endless and endless pages of ones I can't sell that I keep getting as rewards here and there. So the other ones I don't mind throwing up for a little bit less, especially when there's a challenge. Like right now there's a challenge to put on a shoe, so you know people are buying shoes. They might be putting on bronzes, silvers, golds, whatever the case is. But that brings us to our next topic, and that's takeovers. Takeover prices are all over the place right now. People are still not understanding it. I'm gonna make a video on takeovers, trying to explain them a little bit more very soon, as well as coaches. What are the best coaches in the game? Which ones you guys should be investing in? All that stuff. But if I go ahead and search, for example, for glue, I see the cheapest one up right now is 1.5. Maybe I don't need this, so I'm willing to make some extra money on it. Maybe I don't need this one. Whatever the case is, usually I wouldn't go ahead and sell these right now. I would hold on to them. But if I have like a lot of something, like I have 4 of these suck right here. This one sucks. This should probably be going for 250. Yup, that just made sense. So you're probably not selling this. But once again, why would I quick sell it for 25 if I have slots? Why not throw it up, especially if there isn't any other ones up there, people aren't noticing it. I'm surprised this is 250. It's because it's bronze, but it gives you a mid-range, a 3-point. People just aren't seeing how the takeovers are being affected. Takeovers are taking longer for us to get in general, so that's turning us off. I have been seeing injury cards sell. I think they do sell. We just haven't seen them in effect. The reason injury cards are not working this year is from the pending process. No one's gonna buy an injury card and then sit there for 30 minutes and not use their player. What's best for you guys to do if you have a player injured is just take them out your rotation, play breakout, and then the amount of games it takes for them to get healed, you just wait out those many games by playing, or you can quit out or whatever, and the games will go down. So if I'm missing 8 games, I just gotta play 8 games without him and he'll be healed. It's not like he needs an injury card at the end of the day. But yeah, some injury cards are really cheap right now. They were more expensive earlier in the day. I think it's just the whole pending process. If they took that off, you would sell injury cards. Injuries are so happening right now. That's the reason I threw up my injury cards earlier. I was just trying to test and see what's happening. Playbooks, there's no really expensive playbooks at the time being. It's gonna be really hard or rare for you to find one that's like making you bank. The only one that was making money at some point in life was the Heat one, the old throwback one, but not anymore. I would say these franchise, just regular stuff, are going for a little bit, some of them, because they do lock in for the logos, the ones when you shoot your perfect release stuff. So some of these can find you some money. It's just all about seeing what you have, where, when, why. But it seems like historics are going for a lot more. Now the obvious is the players, right? Players go for the most, blah blah, obviously, especially like the newer guys or whatever. But I feel like gems of the game are the ones to look for if you're buying stuff to sell. They're definitely where the money is at, especially if you're trying to snipe. Now let's talk about a couple other places you can make badges, and the first one that comes to mind is domination. I made a lot of badges here just playing regular dom, right? You might not be getting like crazy ones or crazy anything from here, but you do get a badge award pack for basically getting your 2nd star. You'll also get a deluxe every division. So all those deluxes, you never know what you pull from them. I was pulling some really heat badges out of some of the more expensive badges. Now when you talk about or look at Era's domination, you'll see you get a badge deluxe for the 3 stars, which is perfect. Well, for 2 stars. And then you get some takeover shoes, nothing really crazy like that, but being able to get some deluxe badges where the bronze, silvers, and golds are all kind of expensive, because there's only 40 badges in the game this year as opposed to other years. All that stuff helps. I've been getting some badges from playing Triple Threat Park, because basically there's a streak every day, so I get that, and then I'll end up getting a little pack here or there. I've been doing most of my challenges. Some of the challenges will give you a pack here or there as well. So all those stuffs like just this, usually there's a badge in there. You'll usually get 1 or 2, sometimes 2. So keeping up with some of the challenges, especially if you don't want to, but just looking at them, I would do these series 1 stuff just for the opportunity at a badge. You never know what you pull. I'm literally pulling a badge that goes for 6k, 7k, and if I'm not like up to par right now with my MT, every penny counts. And at the end of the day, even if you're a millionaire, every penny counts. That's how you stay rich. That's how the rich get richer, and that's how the poor get poorer, because they're not noticing or recognizing these little things. Now so far we barely made any money. I'll be real with y'all, we haven't really made any money. I will go ahead and redeem this as well as this. Now what I do is, since I have 60 slots, for example, I'll chuck them all up. I'll go play a couple games. hopefully like 5 or 10 sell by the time. These are clearly not selling. If they've been here for this long, they're not gonna sell. You definitely got undercut already. There was no dimers up, silver one, so I chucked mine up for a random price. If I put it up for 5, it probably would have sold. I was, like I said, testing these, but there's so much you can test out. Just try to see what works for you. You'll find a lot of different possibilities and scenarios where you can make some serious cash on serious things that people aren't really looking at. Now, what I plan to do right now is I'm gonna chuck up the rest of my auction slots, all of them. I'll put them all up so we could make some more MT, and then I'll go play either breakout or maybe I'll play some domination, work on the last one. I'm working on the video for all tier warps. I'm trying to get you every warp. I don't want to go in this clutch one. I know the clutch, the triple threat, those are the 2 worst warps of all time, so I'm avoiding those at all costs. I'm not going to take them. I already took one, and there's nothing to obviously take here unless I wanted this 84 plus overall option pack, which maybe I do it because I don't even want to play these middle games. We'll see what we end up taking, what we end up doing. I'm going to play out these last 3 games just in case something crazy pops up, and then maybe I take this. We'll see what happens. Another easy way to make money is literally by locking in cards you already have. So literally, I would not recommend or tell you to lock in cards you don't have sellable or whatever. I don't lock in sellable cards. I lock in the other ones, and I just hit 300. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna exit out of my team because it glitches out, right? And then we'll go into my team again. We just hit 300. Every 100 is a milestone when you lock in stuff, right? So I should go ahead and be able to come into my challenges and get something. It looks like it's glitched right now. It is glitched. Our lifetime challenges, where they at? You told me to lock in stuff for player lock-ins, and then you stop and you don't get me anything. Maybe we'll wait till we hit 301. I'm gonna go ahead and quickly knock out these dom games. I'm too lazy to put up stuff right now, so I'll put up a couple things. We'll wait till all my stuff that didn't sell come through and the pending process. So we have 15k to be made. If I 3-star this team, I'm gonna go ahead and 3-star this team. That's 30,000 MT. That will help us get to 1 million. Plus, let's not forget the badges I'm gonna get. Maybe I get lucky and pull one of the badges that I need. We got the first 15,000. Let's get it. 520. Here we are. So now we gotta go play the second one, get another 15,000, and there we have it. It got dark. That's how long we've been doing this, man. We've been doing this for a long time, but our other 15k is ours. We're at 542. Some stuff should have sold. Let's go ahead and redeem whatever did. Yo, so look, one of my injury cards, you can see it, right? Yeah, you can see it under me. Nice. I can stay up here. Our injury card sold for 850. So theoretically, I don't think people are gonna do it because I told you what I said, right? We got some enforcers to sell. Whatever didn't sell, we'll throw back in there. We'll figure it out. We hopefully, I don't know, I don't think we're gonna get to a mil. I started too late. I barely was on today. We sold our Sharif. Sharif was a big part of the team for a minute, but it just didn't make sense to keep him for longer, so we sold him for 40k. I'm cool with that personally. He was a good part of the team. I actually sold something else too for expensive pounds, right? For money. Eric Spoelstra, 38.5. Sold him a little cheaper than I tried at first. One of our basketballs sold for 5k. That's why I was talking about checking everything. You never know what you have that goes for what, when, where, why. You can also have like kind of a goal, like I'm not trying to sell any badges for less than this, I'm not trying to sell anything for less than this, and then just keep double checking. You never know when things go up where and all that, and it's easy to make money this year. It definitely is. Just the only bad thing is obviously the pending. Other than that, money is here. It's around everywhere literally. And since we finished that game, let's take a look at our deluxe pack. Maybe I get blessed with one of these badges if we get an on ball, you feel me? One menace. We got off ball, I don't mind. Brick, I don't mind. They're not expensive now, but they will be at some point eventually. And why is there 3 gloves here? Where'd these come from, bro? Send badge to auction? Is that how I do this? Send all to my auctions? What, bro? What? 2k, what are you on? Is that a sign to get off now? Is that what that sign is? I'm trying to make bread. I never said I was done. You know, sleep been weird though ever since the baby. You know, I've been grinding though. You know, I'm trying my best always. We are. For some reason, they never gave me my lock-in yet though, my 10k. So we should be a little bit higher. So let's actually fix that. What we're gonna do is let's buy a player for like the cheapest player available, man. What would we be looking for? Like 650? Does that sounds reasonable? And then I could filter for cards I have or whatever, and then we can just pick up any one of these guys. I'll pick up Hakeem, why not? Hakeem for 650. Oh, I'm not even gonna be able to accept that anytime soon. That's rip. I guess we're staying on till I'm able to accept that at least, so I could lock it in. In the meantime, I mean, I've been playing a lot of breakout games. On breakout are fast, you make some money quick. It's quick MT. You'll make like 500 per game. That's pretty much the cap. So 500 MT a game, nothing really good. People have been complaining about boards. If you see a 2500 early, take it. That's your best bet. People have been like, oh, I'll only take 10Ks when I make it to the second warp, blah blah blah. Bro, think about it. You'll save so much more time just taking a 2500. You'll be able to finish another whole board if you're looking for MT. That's my vibe. If you guys want, I'll make y'all a tier list of what I think you should take based on what, where, when, why, all that good stuff. For me personally, I don't like any of these awards right now. I might take this one, possibly. I've been seeing people getting good stuff in some of the options. I haven't yet. I'll play out these last two, hope another warp pops up. I'm not taking the special warp on this one. I'm not playing all these middle games this time around. I might take this one again. These are the worst ones. Clutch and triple threat, I tell you guys this all the time. Stay away from those, avoid those at all costs. So let's knock out these two and hope that card comes soon so we can make an extra 10,000 MT.
Wasn't it letting me select? Hello? This badge is the cheapest one up by a mile. Can I buy it? Find it? This never happened before. It's like glitchy. I'm trying to click on it.
There we go. I'll have to go in here like separately. I'm buying this off so I could sell mine for more. So the cheapest one up is 2.8. I just took one for 1.6 off, so I could hopefully sell mine for 2.5. I'm gonna try to do something like that. And this is why we do this, man. This is why we do exhibitions. Look at that free money right there. I got 300 MT. What y'all know about that, man? What y'all know about that? I'm joking 100%, obviously, but we do our exhibitions because they're free. They don't take time. Let's go ahead and hopefully this stuff is done pending. Thank you, I appreciate that. Let's take some of our MT back. We got some pending. I should have assumed they'd still be pending, not here ready for us at all. But I honestly wanted to get to 1 million today, but that's clearly not going to happen. We do have some good players we could sell, right? We do have, technically, I could sell my Chris. That's easy money right there. That's easy money. I'm probably going to sell him. I wanted to buy someone else. I like Chris, but I might sell Sengun eventually too. Just slowly working our team, making it better, you know, slowly. We want to get some of the newer cards out there in these streets, even though I love Sengun as well. Absolute beast, absolute stud. But I think I showed you guys a lot of different things you guys can take a look at to make sure you guys are making your money the way you can. And let me go ahead and show y'all the last thing we are gonna do today. I forgot what player we just bought. It was like one of those emeralds. I guess I can look for him here. It was the dunk, right? It was the work. Let's get it. I'm gonna lock him in. That makes us 301 cards, right? We're over. And let's back out this time. Hopefully all I have to do is back out, because I don't know why they don't want to give us our money, man. Yeah, we took away our collector level stuff, and then you're not even giving us the fake collectors. There it is. The 10K just rolled in. I just saw it. So now we're at 660. Beautiful stuff. So locking in cards can get you there. Do not lock in expensive cards. I would never tell you guys to do that. So you need one more than the actual lock-in for some reason, because it glitches. And we made some good moves today. I think we made like 300 plus K. That's pretty fire. Not bad for one episode that I was barely on. I apologize for not being on that much today. That's on me. Otherwise, this video wasn't going to come out today, and I want to upload a little bit more for you guys. You guys have been showing me so much love. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully this video helped you guys, entertained you guys. Let me know what you guys been up to. I love reading your comments. I've been answering pretty much all. I know I've been slacking a little bit the last couple of days. There's no sleep in this household. It's really tough. It is tough. If you guys have any questions, ask me. I'll be answering a lot of questions over the next couple of days, whether they're in videos or whether they're in this or that. I stay away from the exchanges. They're a little too expensive for my liking, to be fair. A lot of these hidden gem ones, too expensive. I'm hearing people trying to do these and whatnot, and I'm like, bro, y'all crazy locking in that much money. Stay away if you can, if you want. Otherwise, good luck to you. Wish you all the best. Hope you get what you're looking for. That's all I gotta say, right? That's all I gotta say. And whoa, this one's not, I was gonna say it's not bad. Is this not bad? What is this for? Oh, it's a regular hidden gems, like no colors, no nothing. That's why it's not bad. GG's. Okay, that makes more sense. This one is terrible. 3 Zions for a chance at a pink diamond is crazy to me. But with all that said, I'll be seeing you guys later. Let's continue working that auction house. You guys can literally take a look. I'm still stacked on badges. I'm gonna take my time with a lot of these. Some of them are still expensive that I have, but they won't be right now. Like, even for example, we could take a look at some of these. Set shooter,
This one's not bad, man. Set shot, whatever it's called. This one's pretty good pricing if I wanted to sell right now, but I'll wait till somebody needs it even more than who needs it now. I think it'll go up some more. I think some of these will go up some more as well. Obviously, it's best on Fridays, Saturdays to sell badges. Like I said, I told you guys how to look for which badges you should be looking to sell. I write them down so I know which bronzes, which golds, which silvers I should be looking at type vibe, because not all will go up. And I'll keep updating you guys. I'll make some kind of listing so we can all kind of know what badges are going for a good amount, but it's usually just based on the cards that drop at the certain time. So keep a lookout on all that stuff. I'll be seeing you guys later. It's been your boy Mosballin. Y'all know the drill always, and ballin' out.